Guys, welcome back to Automation Club, and in this series we are going to work on Protractor framework designing from scratch. We'll build end-to-end automation framework based on the real-time project, and it is divided into three phases. Like in phase 1 we will see Protractor with TypeScript using Jasmine framework, and in second phase we'll cover Protractor with Cucumber framework, and in third phase we'll see Protractor framework building with JavaScript using Jasmine or Cucumber framework. Okay, so let's start phase 1, and in phase 1 we'll see installation, the setup for framework designing, and importance of package.json file and tsconfig.json file, and then we'll see why to use TypeScript and its importance and how to compile it, and some overview and important concepts of TypeScript. Then we'll see page object model, which is very much important in framework designing, and then running the script on server or local. We'll refer official website for anything for Protractor, and we can use this demo URL to automate. So if you are watching each video in this series, you will be able to create framework from scratch, as well as you can work on the existing framework as well. Okay, so if you are going to work in the existing framework in your project, you will get to know each and every terminology which are being used in the real-time project on the framework side. Okay, so let's create a folder, and we'll design it from the scratch. Name it as Protractor with TypeScript. Okay, and we'll use Jasmine framework. Go to Visual Studio Code and open that folder. Okay, so here you will need some basic files. Let me note it down. First you will need spec file. Okay, so extension will be .ts, which is for TypeScript, because we are going to design in TypeScript. Second will be configuration .ts. Third will be package.json file, and fourth will be tsconfig.js. Okay, so these are the files which will be required to design a framework. Okay, so while designing the framework, we have to make sure that the framework should be platform independent, so it can be shared to the other project mates, and that person will be able to execute your script without any other setup. Okay, only the requirement means prerequisite will be required, like Node.js should be installed in your system. Okay, so let's create that files. First will be spec.ts, where you will create the test cases. Second will be configuration.ts. Okay, and remaining files will create it by using some commands. So go to terminal. Okay, so you need to create package.json, right? So we'll need a format of JSON file. For that you can use this command npm init. So just type npm init, enter. It will ask some basic detail. So it is showing package name as Protractor with TypeScript, so let it be, enter. Version it is showing. Then description, write it like framework designing with TypeScript and Jasmine, enter. Entry point, let it be test command, don't give anything. Git repository, because we are using in local, so no need to give it. Keywords, let it be. Author name, you can write it. So these are the basic details, and these activities are one-time activity. Okay, license, give yes. So package.json file will be by default come in your workspace. Okay, let me refresh it. Okay, so after refreshing, it is coming. So this is the skeleton of package.json, and then you will need some dependencies. And the importance of package.json file is you will add all your required dependencies in this file itself. So if you have worked on Selenium, we have form.xml where you will add all the dependencies, right? Similarly, here we have package.json where we will add all the required dependencies for automation. Okay, so some of the basic dependencies, right, like Protractor you will need, right? So for Protractor, because you will need some skeleton of dependencies, right? So just add Protractor, npm install Protractor. Okay, enter. So it will add all the required libraries and dependencies related to Protractor. So it will take some few minutes, and after that packages will be added. Okay, just refresh it. You will be able to see this node underscore modules file will be added in your workspace. So it has all the required libraries and dependencies. Okay, so here you can see it should come the dependency tag. Let me close it. Yeah, so package.json dependencies, you can see in the dependencies tag here it is coming as a Protractor with version number. Okay, so apart from it you will need Jasmine, because we'll use Jasmine framework, and select it from the suggestion only so that you will get the version as well. So here you can, in the first dependency like Protractor, you can see cap. So what it does mean is it is for version number. So suppose in future if Protractor is being upgraded to some other version 7.1 or 7.2 something like that, so after 7 point whatever it is coming, so it will by default it will take if you are using cap sign. Apart from that you will need TypeScript, because we are going to use TypeScript. Select it, then version is coming. Then you will need @types Jasmine. Then @types Jasmine WD. Okay, so these are related to TypeScript and Jasmine dependencies. Apart from that, you can add TS node, TS node, select it. So these are the basic dependencies which will be required to start it with. Okay, so we have added. So after adding these dependencies, one command you will need, just hit that command npm install. Simply hit that command, it will add all the libraries which you have added the dependencies, right? So related to that, related to those dependencies, it will add the libraries. Okay, so now one other file will be required, which is called as a tsconfig.js. Okay, so for that, like why that is required, sorry, not js, it will be tsconfig.json, because it will be a json file. Okay, so why it is required? So we are going to work on typescript, right? So typescript is nothing but it is javascript only. Like it has some add-on in for javascript, like we have ops concept in that, and it works in on ES6 version of javascript. Okay, so typescript basically cannot run directly on the browser, and it needs a compiler to compile the file and generate it in the javascript file, so which can directly work on the browser. So we'll require to compile it into javascript, and then we'll run javascript file only. So for compilation we'll need javascript engine. Although we are going to work on typescript, we will design our script in typescript, but for execution or for compilation we'll convert it into javascript. Okay, so for javascript extension will be .js, and for typescript extension will be .ts. So any typescript file will require to convert into javascript, and for that we have a command called tsc. So let me write it here. Suppose a file will be there, file dot ts. Okay, so you will convert it into file dot js. For that you have to use tsc and then file name file.ts, so that it will be converted into javascript and you will execute javascript file, not the typescript file. So this compilation will be required while working with typescript. Fine. Okay, so let's add that file in your workspace. For that you have to use a command called tsc. So tsc stands for typescript. Okay, hyphen init. Just enter and refresh. You will be able to see this file. Okay, so this file will be added after hitting this command. So these are one-time activity only while creating or designing any framework. So rather explaining each and every file and each and every terms in that file in framework, I could have given it to you directly, but if I am explaining, then it will be better to you to understand in your framework. Okay, so this is the file, and make sure that you convert it into ES6 engine, because from ES6 only it will be compatible. Okay, and some other things will be required here, like just go here and uncomment this source map. Okay, and add some, so some modification will be required in this file, and these are the one-time activity. You can just note it down, and I will also give this file to you for a reference. Module resolution, just add note. Okay, and then apart from that, just add inline source map, give it true. No inline, sorry, no implicit any, and give it false. No need to go in the deep for this terminology, because these are one-time activity and which will be required just to complete the setup. Remove comments, false. Okay, source map is true, false, false, true. Then just uncomment this declaration, declaration map, and give it as a false. Save it. Source map also give it as a false. Okay, then what else you need? In out file you give JS files and just uncomment it. Sorry, not in out file, it is in out directory, JS files. Okay, so importance of this tsconfig.json file is we'll convert our TypeScript code into JavaScript, right? So here this file will tell which are the files are required to convert and which are files which are required to exclude from the conversion. Okay, so that's why this file is required while working with TypeScript. Okay, so apart from that we have strict true, and then we have ES module intercorp, and here just comment it, not required. So once you will create this file, you will also need to make these changes, so you can note it down somewhere, or else I will provide this file for a reference. Okay, so you need to use one more line here, you need to exclude. So I will exclude node underscore modules, right, because that is not required to convert. Node underscore modules, that's it. So this file is ready. So these are the changes you need to do in tsconfig.json file. Okay, now let's go to spec and config.ts. Okay, so in spec.ts go to package.json first. Okay, there is no change required. Okay, so in spec.ts we will write, here we will create our test suite, right? So this will be test suite, and second parameter will be anonymous function without any name. Okay, then we have it block where we will write test cases. test cases, test case 1 or something like that. Second parameter will be anonymous function. Okay, so in Protractor we'll have some global parameters, right? So let me show it from official website. So there are 3 global parameters like element, by, and browser, which are available in Protractor. So global variables, browser, element, and by, these are available in Protractor. So for that, just you need to use a code import element, browser, and by from Protractor. That's it. Browser. Okay. So once you add this these 3 global variables or parameter, you will be able to get the suggestions. Browser dot get, right, to launch the URL. So here we'll just launch any URL just to make sure that all the setup is ready. So yeah, add this. So this is a dummy Angular application. So basically Protractor we use for automating Angular applications. So add that, and in configuration file you need this, right? So take it from official website itself, add this configuration file and make changes accordingly. Okay, so once you add, okay, what else? Cannot find name exports. Okay, in package.json just add 2 lines first. We have in node modules we have Protractor, right? So inside that CLI, that is the main file which will be required. Go to node modules and then search for Protractor. Yeah, here it is. And then bin, not bin, it will be under build. So one file will be there, CLI. So just you need to give the path. So okay, copy this path. So here in package.json add that Protractor. Node underscore modules, then Protractor. This is the relative path, like it will come to your workspace and then it will search for node modules. Then we have Protractor. built. Then we have CLI.js. Okay. One more thing is there for WebDriver update. WebDriver update. So WebDriver update will be available in bin file. So here it will WebDriver, search for it. WebDriver manager. So this is what you need. Copy path. So it is available node modules.pin. Okay. Copy it from here. So after node modules, we need to go to bin. It's .pin. Then WebDriver manager. And just we need to update it so that it will update all your WebDriver managers. Okay. So why it is showing this error? It is correct one only. Cannot find name export. If it is still coming, then we need to see in the package.json if something is missing in the dependency. But it is looking fine for me. Types_node. Okay, let me add that. Let me try with types and node. Let me add that. So not an issue. What else can be the problem for it? Protractor, Jasmine, TypeScript, Jasmine, WD, Node. These are only the required one. Let me, because I added one other dependency, additional dependency, right? So npm install. So I just added one additional dependency, and that is types and node. Okay, I think error gone. So yeah, error gone. So we fixed that. So yeah, so first time configuration will require some more effort, but after that it will be more easy. Okay, so the error has gone now. And now you need to change this spec configure. Sorry, what is the name of your spec? That is spec.ts, but we'll convert it into JS, right? So intentionally give JS file only, because you are going to run your JS file, not your TS file. So give JS only. Fine. So now everything is ready. Package.json done. Then you have added this CLI and WebDriver update. Okay, so these are the basic commands and basic codes which will be required, and convert your before converting, just update your drivers. So this is also first time activity, WebDriver Manager update. So it will update all the required drivers like Gecko driver and Chrome driver which are required for automation. Okay, so it has been updated, and then you need to convert your files. So for that, just type tsc. Okay, so it will convert all the required ts file into js file, and one js files folder will be created in your workspace. Refresh it, see js file has been created. So inside that you will be able to see configuration.js and spec.js. These two files will be required to convert into JS. So I have excluded this node underscore modules from tsconfig.json file. Okay, so now it has been converted, and to run it just use the command protractor, and you need to run this file, right? Because as I mentioned, you need to run js file, not the ts file. So it is inside js files, right? So you need to give js files and then configuration dot dot js. Okay, so it has started running. Some error came, and we'll see what is the error. Okay, so this is the server error because we have not started the server, and we can skip this step by just commenting it and add direct connect instead of that. Direct connect true. True. So what it will do, it will skip the step to start the server. Instead of that, we can run it in the local itself. Okay, so run it. Okay, so direct connect true we have given. We'll again run it. So it has started executing. It has opened the browser and launched that URL. This is what we were targeting, because in spec file we have not written much, just we have launched the URL, because in this video we'll focus only on the setup configuration. Okay, so this configuration will require more effort, and after that it will not be much. Okay, so that's it for this video. We have configured all the required setup and ready to continue building the framework. So yeah, so I will give these files as a reference. Okay, so you can refer it. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. We'll continue building the framework in this series. Thanks for watching. Thank you.